Hello and welcome. It's off topic time.
All right, let's go ahead and just pull back the facade and let everyone know that this is pre-recorded, and not only that, it's being pre-recorded at it's 10 a.m. on a Monday morning.
And
combined, we all just woke up about an hour ago. We're just like,
let's be honest. I woke up 20 minutes ago. Let's really dive deep into that.
All of us
10:20
woke up and went
on a Monday morning.
Yeah, that's right now.
Yeah. We all woke up the same way. It was like we're being lazy because you could roll out of bed into the morning meeting, and we checked our phones and we're like, off topics for 20 minutes.
I had my morning cereal at least, so that's good.
I still sound like a prepubescent boy this morning. My voice hasn't come.
Fiona, you sound at least like a pubescent boy.
I hope so. I was cracking before this. I had to warm up with my because my mic was blown out.
Were you like lemon face? Lion face. Lemon face. Ooh, lion face.
Are those techniques?
That's like one of the theater warm-ups. Did you ever do those?
I'll be honest, Jack, I'm not a professional. Done little theater in my life.
But little theater, like tiny theaters, or like
I've done tiny theaters. I've done little baby theaters.
She set up a stage in her bedroom when she was a kid.
I've done it.
I performed at various Toys R Us.
You grew up on Broadway. What's your favorite Broadway production, Fiona?
Lion King, 1000%.
Well, Lion King, 1000%. That's good.
Fuck off if otherwise.
Second,
you could rock Simba. You could be a Simba.
I could be a Simba.
Give me a lion face, Fiona.
That is the best compliment I have heard in my entire life.
You don't want to be
lion face, Fiona.
I could be Simba.
Yes, absolutely. You could be. You'd be badass. Just can't wait to be king. Hell yeah. Be like, yes, Fiona.
My God, that was crazy.
Jack got to go and ruin saying that this isn't live. I was gonna answer fake questions and talk
we had
to
a fake chat rolling.
Yeah, and then the credits would have rolled. We went to black, and then it would have popped up. I would have been full screen, just been like, "Did you get baited?
Did you get who?"
My tolerance is gone. I haven't really been drinking at all. It's like I had a cider the other day, and I was like, I had one, and I was like, am I feeling this really?
Jack has a cider, and he starts going, woo!
No, me too.
Dude, that was my day. That was my day yesterday. I was just like, so I was like drinking some beer, and I was like cranking a bunch of like music and stuff like that, and I had like a Tony Stark moment because I was building Jackie's PC and her like beastly rig, and I was just like, I had like the simplest of tools and stuff, so I just threw on like the song that Tony Stark was listening to, and like I think the first one he was like
little AC/DC.
Yeah, little AC/DC, and I was just like screwing things on, and then I was like popping on RAM, and I was like, yeah, daddy's home. And then I was like, the most low budget Tony Stark you could ever have. Like,
no, I mean it was crazy. Like I went there, and I remember going to Epcot when I was younger and hating it because it's not really for the kids. It's for the parents. So I was like, so I went there. 23, I think I was 23, and then they were like, and I'm looking, I'm like, okay, Epcot's really sweet. I love Epcot now. This is my jam. And then I go to the France place, and I'm like, I talk to them, and French people know if the other person they're talking to is French or not.
Yeah,
like
oh oui oui. It's like oui oui.
No, not even that. Not even just that. Just the way they act, the way they look at you. I'm like, oh, you're from France. Like you come here, like you've been here for a year tops. Like
you from
and it just impressed me. I was homegrown. The way they were speaking to me, I'm like, oh, you're French. What are you doing here? That's weird. In Florida.
I will say I got to go to Disneyland Paris when I was over there. I took my family to Paris, and we went to Disneyland Paris because I knew my parents. Well, I knew my parents would only like, there's only a few things that my mom really likes. Is like she likes gambling and she likes Disney. So I'm like, okay, we're going to Paris. We'll spend a day looking at the sites, and then I'll take her to Disneyland Paris. But it was actually pretty cool because I got to do the reverse thing where I surprised my parents that we were going to Disneyland because there's a train that takes you out there. And so I managed to get them on the train, and they didn't know where we were going. I'm like, oh, we're going on a tour in eastern Paris, and like, you know, eastern France. They're like, okay, and they kind of followed us along. And then on the train, Katie and I got to surprise me, like, actually, we're going to Disney World. They're like, what? And I'm like, yeah. And so that was kind of neat because usually and so that was fun. But
Jack, I want to be a part of your family.
Adopt me. But you're my kid already.
So nice.
But when we were there, at one point, like we went to get like snacks or something. And the woman, nice. like I mean, they speak like most French people are like dual language. So they at least know English and can, you know, comprehend it.
Most non-Americans are dual linguists. Yeah,
most non-Americans would probably know English.
But at one point, like we were getting like food or something, and the woman working the register, she asked, like, she spoke French and like asked what we wanted. And I was like, oh, can I please get and she goes, oh, are you American? Oh, what part? Like she was actually excited to like meet an American, and I was like, this is
so she's a great actress.
Yeah, not anymore. Yeah.
And then she spit in all of our food. It was great. It was French spit, which is the finest of spits.
Everyone,
I'm in the haunted mansion,
calling themselves like Slytherin, and I'm like, no, you're not. But listen, if that makes you happy, whatever.
Do you know what I am?
I want the Fiona sorting hat. Let's place a little Fiona hat on.
Or are you placing Trevor?
Because I'll be honest, I don't really know too much about anything, so I'll sort you really like unbiased.
Yeah.
Opinions.
Fired from the hip. Let's hear it.
Where you
Trevor, 1000% is Slytherin. 100%. You just look that way. You just look that like you look. You have the look of you could fit in Slytherin.
Oh, you know what? To be fair, Trevor, remember when you dyed your hair blonde? I think that's 100%. That's a Slytherin look. That's very Draco
even
Malfoy.
With the black hair, even with the dark hair, like he absolutely you just fit in a Slytherin.
I'm in the dungeons right now.
Jack's absolutely a Hufflepuff because he's adorable.
Oh,
I thought I was a Hufflepuff with the quizzes and stuff.
You're a Hufflepuff or a Gryffindor?
They kept on telling me I was either Gryffindor or Hufflepuff. It was never consistent.
Yeah,
well, what you want
Gryffindor is brave. Like Gryffindor is brave and also very like
I might fit better in Gryffindor. That makes sense. I don't mind being a Hufflepuff though, just because I thought I was for my whole life, but here I am. Fredo, I'll tell you this though. One mistake that I did was go to Universal Studio during Fright Fest or whatever.
Ooh.
As a fellow person of color, Fredo,
we don't play that shit.
We don't go there. That's not for us.
Go there?
That's not for us. No. Like I swear to God, I went in there and I was like, they do this thing where they'll be real. And I'm from New York. So if someone did this to me on the 6 train,
you start swinging.
On like the 4 train in the subway, I would be in a fight. Okay? But like these people would come up to me with chainsaws and try to scare me.
Hell no.
And you know, it's like it's fine in a game. In a game, it's scary. In real life, that's when it's fight or flight at that point, right? So the amount of times I almost swung at a person because they came up to me with a chainsaw and they would rev it up. Like right behind me, I freaked out.
And you paid for that experience too.
So what was your plan to like bob and hit him with a quick jab?
And the thing is, they would come up really close to me, so I just wanted to like get away from me. You know what I mean?
Just claw him.
You don't just come up to someone like that.
But
that's Simba. That's Simba right there. Simba's gonna start swinging.
There needs to be some distance, and so it was a lot of fun. I love the atmosphere. They had this sort of 80s synthwave atmosphere, which was really cool.
That's actually pretty cool.
It was really cool, but I did not like their scare zones, and I had to avoid them. Even though like they would come up anyways.
You need like a headband or something that says like,
it's like
let me be or something, or like a shirt that says
Well, that's just a target. I mean, that's all that is.
I loved the atmosphere. I loved being there. There was even like a little cool fashion show with like all these like really awesome things. It was really cool.
But I fucking hated it.
My God, when they were coming up to me, it was not great. Like terrifying. I was like, absolutely not. I almost fought them. Like I was gonna get kicked out of the park.
I can guarantee you, like almost all of them have been punched at some point or another. But they'll boot you out of the park.
That's just kind
of the park, and it's like that's not on me.
No, the Halloween Horror Nights stuff is really, really impressive. Actually, like
it's really cool.
The amount of stuff they do is crazy.
I don't like the people coming up.
Did you do the haunted? Did you do like the mazes and stuff?
Absolutely not. Absolutely
wait, the
not.
what? So,
I did not go into that haunted house. However,
so they have like
looked cool.
They have like 7 different haunted houses scattered throughout the park. So like they have like makeup masters and stuff, and then they theme around stuff. So like they'll do like this is a Jigsaw themed one. They did a Ghostbusters one. They've had a Stranger Things one. Like
so cool.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Yeah, they're cool. But guess what? You can just go on to the other rides that probably have a 5-minute wait time because everyone's doing the haunted houses. So it's just what I did. I jumped into some Harry Potter rides. I did Transformers. I walked into Transformers.
The Transformers ride is awesome.
That sounds like the perfect time for me to go to this place.
It's the perfect time. I walked into the Mummy ride. I walked in there.
No fears.
Love the Mummy ride.
Yeah.
Somebody get my coffee.
Yeah. But yeah, so Alfredo, just warning you.
So we got to go to Busch Gardens when we did the Achievement Hunter tour, the East Coast tour, and so we actually had a community member who was working at Busch Gardens, and he's like, "Hey, if you're in Tampa, if you want to come to the theme park, let me know." So we went, and again, I love ride photos. So as soon as it's like you can get a pass where you get all your ride photos, I'm like, yes, I'm buying that 100%. But we had Shifty with us while we were going out there, and it turns out Shifty does not like roller coasters. And so I've got some of the best photos ever, including this one right here.
That is a man deep in concentration.
Oh no! Please, can you put that in the Slack?
No, that is a man currently he's currently in the midst of a blackout. He is not remembering what's happening.
That is a man that is just now look.
Oh my God.
I know that look.
He has entered a fugue state to black this out.
That look. He is in his head right now.
Such a good photo.
He is mentally holding on for dear life, waiting for it to end. I know that look. I've been there.
So I got a few of those.
So what we need, what you're saying is, Fredo, we need a Larry, Matt, and Alfredo front row picture on just about every ride.
Bro, you
that would be fun.
Pay me enough.
I'll pay you enough. I'm gonna get you on there, pal.
Look, we call it Chunder Bucket. I'm good.
We call it the Chuck Bucket, and it's just the three of you experiencing the world's craziest roller coasters. Get it on television, and then the bucks will start flowing. We'll get you on there, man.
We put kind of like a glass helmet on. So that way, if we throw up, it's just a fishbowl of chum. Oh,
yeah, and we put levels on it. First one to fill up, baby.
You want it to end? You gotta fill it up to a certain height.
That one's okay.
That one's not bad. That's a little bit of I might get through this.
He's like, okay, I'm gonna survive it.
Oh, jeez.
I have this box, right? And I was just looking at it. I wrote my Ball Collection.
Ooh.
And I think I wrote collection wrong.
With one L. I see that.
One L.
Collection.
So I wrote my Ball Collection. Let me tell you, no balls in here. Absolutely nothing.
It feels like a very Fiona joke. She'd be like, I'm just going to put my good stuff in here. I'm going to call them balls. I'm going to call this my Ball collection, but there's not a single ball. And that's what's funny about it.
Yeah. So that's funny.
Games in the GameCube era had that really creepy stuff that you could still manipulate it and
It was creepy, yeah. I found all the creepypastas from Animal Crossing and I'm like, I'm gonna test them out. And I did them and I couldn't sleep.
And
now I do not rest.
And I do not rest because I think about my Animal Crossing character without a face.
And now I'm scarred.
Sounds terrifying.
I am scarred, but I did it, and that game's completely broken. It is absolutely broken. But I want to revisit it one day and be like, look at that. Look at what the fuck I did.
Look at that. Hey, look at that.
It's fucking disgusting. So hey, look at that and analyze it for me. What the fuck was I on? Tell me.
Any number of things. Who knows? The GameCube was a system way ahead of its time. It was built for portability. For some reason, it had a handle on it. I don't know where you're taking that thing with all the cables.
Yeah, why did it have a handle on it? Because I swear I didn't bring it anywhere.
Take it on the go, man. It'd be so cool. Bring it to your friend's house and game it up.
Just grab by the handle and someone tries to steal it, you just whack them.
Scratch up your disc.
I would bite the little nipple of the GameCube controller.
What?
It was squishy. I don't know what the fuck was wrong.
Yo, what was wrong with young Fiona?
I was just biting it off.
Like,
and then I was doing like I was like, anyways, that's just. Then I became gay.
That was your gateway.
The nipple of the controller.
Fiona, if you're biting nipples, you should be careful. That's not very polite.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. It was just like, it was squishy. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me.
You just like the feel.
So
it was like I wanted to bite it.
So you just watch a cutscene and just nibble on it?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Did you have a separate controller? That's your biting controller. Like I chew on this one, I play on this one.
Maybe, yeah. It was a silver one, and you'll see that the rubber part of that, like the joystick part, is gone because I bit it off.
You chewed it down to like the plastic stub.
I mean,
you know, hey, it's her gamer thing. I mean, you know, you see Kobe Bryant on the court.
He's chewing on the basketball.
Rest his soul. He's not. Yeah. 3.
I think Switch Fit or whatever it's called with the ring fit.
Yeah.
I think it's cursed.
Or whatever.
I think it's cursed.
Why is it cursed?
And Barbara bought it like early into quarantine. You know, we have some gym equipment and stuff, but like, you know, so we use that, but like she also wanted to use the ring fit stuff because, you know, Matt made it look good. And so she's like, well, I want to be fit like Matt Bragg. And so she bought it. And so she started using it, but it feels like so she barely scratches the surface, and she accidentally like stubs her toe early. I think she talked about on the podcast, RT podcast, into the corner of a table when we were cleaning up like boxes and just a bunch of recycle because it's like, you know, we just order a bunch of crap, and she like fractured or somehow sprained her like ring finger toe or something, and so she couldn't the pinky toe, and she couldn't use the ring fit. And then, you know, after a couple weeks, that just heals naturally. There's not really much you could do about like a broken toe, unless it's like your big one. And then she was like, okay, cool. I'm ready to use this again. And I don't remember how she did it. Well, like what the next injury was, but like she was like going to start using the ring fit again. And like when she decided to use it, it was like a couple weeks later. As the moment she decided to use it, I think she stubbed her foot again or something and like couldn't use it again. And so like every time she goes to use it, some like micro injury happens that prevents her from. I'm like, it's cursed.
That's terrible.
It's cursed. We got to go back to the Wii.
Yeah, don't touch
Let's
that.
go back to the Wii.
Gotta go back to the Wii.
Let's go back to the Wii.
Get the Wii balance board going on.
Let's go.
Thank you for listening to this shorter episode of Off Topic. We love you.
Have a good holiday.
Have a good nap
safe.
time.
Take
Wear
care.
a mask. If you're in Georgia, go vote. Have a good one, everyone.
Bye.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Did you get baited?